G'day guys, Josh here. Welcome to another episode 18 extended. Just actually, funnily enough, if you want to put this in order, I just finished my porn addiction stream. And now let's get to the next one, gambling addiction. Okay, so gambling, people often bet on horses, greyhounds, sports in general for certain outcomes, okay? Now, gambling in itself can be a bit of entertainment for people, just like, funnily enough, porn and alcohol as well. But once you have an addiction to gambling, it becomes all messed up. And we're going to use an example here being Sliker, okay? Sliker, DNP3, you've seen a lot of these big streamers go down to not porn addictions, gambling addictions, okay? So what the gambling addiction is a lot of different fallacies, and people generally joke about it in memes, but they have no idea how fucking serious it is, okay? Because gambling is debilitating, it impacts you heavily financially, it impacts all your friend groups as well, especially if you did something that Sliker did and DNP3 did, where you scam your own viewers, scam your own parents, your friends, and stuff like that. It is so effed up, okay? So let's go for the first one. Financial implications, okay? Basically, you are poor and owe money to people. Next part is you get deeper into it, believing you can win your money back that you borrowed from people, which you lose. Because casinos don't have a system where they lose, only where they win. So let's get that straight, okay? Their house always wins. It's not a joke. It's not a term of phrase in Fallout New Vegas to declare Dr. House or whatever it is. It's a phrase because the casinos don't lose, okay? They're always designed to win. They are basically there to drain the money out of you, essentially, the casinos. Now, the most soulless part of this is slots, okay? Slots is the most soulless form of gambling. And they are the biggest addiction, where they just suck money out. That's why a lot of these casinos, if legalized, have a lot of slot machines, because basically 20 cents per spin, $1 per spin, $2 per spin, and it's just a 10-second dopamine rush. So $2 every 10 seconds, geez, you're gonna be out. Let's just say $12 a minute. Gee, it gets worse, doesn't it? 12 times 60, it gets to $720 an hour. Man, you can blow through a paycheck, just the average wage paycheck in 3 hours of gambling, assuming that you don't win, which is highly likely that you don't win too much, okay? Now, basically, there's a dopamine fix as well, where you do win, and people joke about this meme too, okay? Like, people joke about this, where they say, you can win 2,000%, but only lose 100%, which is false, because when you lose 100%, people start scamming other people and they lose a lot more than 100%. And the other one is the gamblers quit before their big win, okay, which is another one, which is a big fallacy as well. And it's really messed up. And this is why I'm deeply against gambling streamers who gamble, especially slots, okay? Because slots require no skill, it is just purely luck of the draw, and it's basically the heroin of gambling, where they basically drain money out of people. And this is where the major form of gambling addiction comes from, is slots, essentially. Now, sports betting and other areas like that can have some sort of addiction, but there's actually some sort of analysis behind it as well, why it gets a pass over slots. Slots probably drain more money out than sports betting will probably ever will, despite being more money being in sports betting than slots. And a lot of, gambling streams who advertise for stake and whatnot love to argue against this fact, but they are fucking wrong, and they know they're wrong because they're trying to protect their own product, because they get a paycheck from that slot machine as well every time their people lose, because the casino gets money and they get paid for said money. That's how casinos work, and that's how people who are gambling frontmen work. They try to be a good person, stuff like that, and that's how it works, okay? They try to make a soulless gambling thing like slots approachable, because if slots weren't good for getting money, then they'll be running a completely different scheme, whether it be sports betting or anything like that as well. But all the stake players, what they play? They play slots because it's the easiest way to generate money, because people don't realize that they're putting $2 in every single second for a losing spin until they realize, oh no, I'm down like $500 or $1,000, and they'll be like, oh, I'm trying to win it back, and they can't actually win it back in the end because it's not a winning system. It's actually a losing system for the person, but they're on the false hope that they might win and get that dopamine rush to pay everyone back, which normally never ever works, and they get into this endless cycle until they're actually out of money. And that's pretty much it. Now, why does gambling get worse? So, well, with gambling addictions, people get caught in the story that they have to win it back and lie to people saying, you know, my accountant locked my account, and other crazy stories just to get money. And they will literally rip off anyone. You know, anyone. It doesn't care about the scenario. They're just in their head thinking, I need to win 100 grand to pay everyone back, okay? And some of these people did some really messed up stuff. Let's say for a Sliker, for example. Fraud, scamming, and yeah. DNP, fraud, investment fraud, even worse, by the way. By taking money out of projects. Like, these people stole money from other people. Like, this is how bad gambling addictions can get. Where you're going to resort to criminal offenses just to get a bit of money to try and win the money back. Because you'll be, you know, no one will know any difference if you put it back in afterwards. Okay, that sort of thing. The morality just disappears. Okay? It is messed up. And that's why gambling is part of the loser economy. Is that you're not designed to win, especially slots, at all, and roulette and other dice games. You are not designed to win any money. You are designed to lose a lot of money. Slots is the quickest form of it. Roulette is the second quickest form of it. Any other dice game is the third quickest of it. You're not meant to win. And when you get addicted to it, you're thinking you have a chance of winning because it's given you a win before, but actually you're still losing money net basis. And the better off you are doing is just accept that you've lost and moved on. But the dopamine fix doesn't let you accept the loss and doesn't let you move on. Therefore, you keep losing and losing and losing, and you get more desperate and desperate and desperate to win it back. Because you believe gambling instead of hard work is a quick fix to it all. And it's really messed up because it isolates you, okay? We talk about system isolation, okay? So let's talk about this isolation aspect. So isolation, what does it do? From scamming your friends, you lose friends, okay? When you don't pay them back. And this goes exponentially, okay? Where friends will tell other friends that you don't pay back, stuff like that. You get caught out. That you're gambling lots of money and not paying people back. Another one, you get caught out. Scary stuff. You're gonna get found out. And basically all your systems that you have are gone. You spend all your time gambling, hoping for that win, that you just lose control of your life. Basically 24 hours at a casino. You don't talk to anyone, anything like that. You let yourself go, basically. Absolute insanity. Like, that's the isolation. It cuts you off from all your systems. You're just hoping for that big win. That's all you're focusing on. It's pretty much how isolating it is. And also, not to mention as well, the system is against you. It's designed to make you lose. That's why it's part of the loser economy. And that's why gambling is really messed up. And it could really mess up even the best of us just like that very quickly. It can probably take a week, days to a week, maybe 2 weeks to just completely drain a person from being in a good financial position to being homeless and being bankrupt for the rest of their life. It's a significant impact, and gambling should not be underestimated whatsoever.